What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is Scooter. We are in the UMP Modifieds at Volusia. Um, I didn't record this one either. I really wasn't feeling it this night when I was racing. It was more so just to kind of just turn laps and like learn how to slow the car down for the corners. But we have some new toys. I got the relative and then yeah, on the top. But yeah, we did qualify pole. I can't remember what the times all were. Uh, but yeah, I gonna work on the top relative because it's stopping there in the middle and not populating on the left side's kind of annoying. But yeah, we'll be back with you once we roll off green. It looks like Billy was a 16.9. I know he was really fast. Him and Megan or Michelle were really fast. So we'll be back with you. All righty, we are back. But yeah, I forgot I had race labs. And I figured I might as well use it because I'm not a big fan of the UI. It is better than it used to by a mile. But I mean, shit, I got this. Might as well use it. I gotta fix that top. I don't really like that, so I'll adjust that. Just more toys to play with. I did put the relatives on there. I'm not a big proponent of putting people's full names on the internet, so I cut it all off, except for their first name. Um, George is my first name. Scott is my middle name. You will see in one video where it's got the personal best, friends best up there on the top. The Scott one, that's my other account that my brother uses. Well, not really anymore. I don't think he's raced since he was here in November. Uh, but yeah, it's I kind of like this. Um, I'll add some more stuff to it if I see fit. But yeah, we will get back to you once we roll green. Alrighty, we are back. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move the top piece down because it gets kind of in the way of the. Actually, I'm gonna move the mirror down because it gets kind of in the way. But yeah, just a little more to be able to help anybody watching knowing we're out on the track or whoever's out on the track. But um, I think somebody cleaned up the whole field on that first one. That first yellow, I think. I can't remember. Well, not the whole field, but I know. I know when I in the game somebody had typed in there something. I recorded this I raced this on Thursday or Friday, and it is Sunday, May 3rd. So I can't remember all of it, but yeah, okay, 2 cars are out, or 1 car's out and one's two laps down. So it wasn't the whole field, but Michelle, they're in 4th, the 10 car. I can see her in my mirror. She is on the bottom and she is running the piss out of the wall. So I knew that it was down there, but it still felt really good up here. Nobody was really running me down. I mean, guy in seconds, 7/10 off, so I wasn't too concerned yet. But then they start getting closer, and then I start getting with the bottom. Like I don't know what their lap times are. Like I I had heard that the driver in 4th or 5th or something like that set the fast time, and I think that was Michelle on the bottom. Yeah, 16.7. But I was still running 8s up there up top, so I wasn't super duper concerned. Yeah, 16.869 my last one. So I knew I still had grip up there and speed up there. And like I said, they were getting closer, or Michelle was getting closer. Yeah. She was in a white car, I believe, and that I didn't know who it was at the time. All I knew is there was a white car that was plugging the hub, and Billy was right behind me running the middle of the track. But yeah, see, she gets around him. And let's see what my lap time is running that middle. That's not going to show us yet. $16,987. So I was falling off a little bit, but it wasn't like she wasn't on top of me yet. And then all of a sudden, the sun come out. It's like we went from daytime or from morning time to 4 o'clock in the 11 o'clock in the morning. It's like in the snap of a finger. But it was pretty humid. I think the humidity was like 78% or 80%, something like that. I remember it being super humid, but the track was pretty dry. It's like they forgot to put water on it before they went to bed, and that was my phone again. I gotta turn that son of a bitch off when I do audio. Oh boy, the hantavirus. Oh boy, I was just telling my my uncle the other day, I was like, man, COVID 69 is on its way. It sounds like it's on a cruise ship right now. So, oh shit. I think this is when I go, you know what, maybe I don't want to be up here. Yeah. And I was kind of like, I don't really know about that either. But then I committed to it. I started figuring it out. And for me, for it to be as clean as it is running the bottom, that's a big improvement, because I don't know how to do that. It's I'd much rather be up against the fence where I have room, you know, at least on the bottom, unless they're running the middle or something like that, trying to catch grip in the middle of the racetrack. At least on the bottom, you know where they're gonna be, and when you're up against the fence, you know where the fence is, so you got pretty much that whole entire racetrack to decide of where you want to go or where the car wants to go. That's my biggest infatuation with top. But yeah, two cars got junked there. But yeah, we'll be back with when we roll back green. Oh, righty. I was really hoping that we were going back single file, and then I looked down and I seen that we were on lap 20 and not lap 21. I'm guessing it's 10 laps on that side of 10 laps, and technically you got 11 to go. I thought Michelle was in second. Evidently, she was part of that. Maybe she was the white car that got smacked, because there was a white car that was going into the pits before we got back to the pace truck. But she comes back. And right now, if you're wondering why the hell didn't she go back to the bottom on the start, I knew I was polling them on the top. So I didn't want to run the bottom and then mess up and then him get around me, and then I have to fight to get it back. So I knew I was good enough to stay up top and stay ahead of them. So that's why I jumped immediately to the top. But since we ended up getting 2 laps in, we get to roll back single file. So we will get back to you once we roll green. Alrighty. The 12 just went to the pits. Ray to the pits. I'm not sure who's still left on the track. Looks like 7, 8, maybe. No, 7. Yeah, maybe, because Ray and Kyle are in the pits. But yeah, it kind of pretty much continues to the same. I do start running the bottom, I do believe, if I remember correctly. Here at the end. But yeah, I mean, this one wasn't too exciting. One of these, I do come from them like 4th, or I think it's the next one I come from, or 6th or something. I don't know. I ran so many races that day, and I really wasn't feeling the modifieds. Like I wasn't having a ton of fun in it. And they're my favorite cars on the sim. But I did run a 358 race and a super race as well, I do believe. The 358s at Lucas have been my favorite thing to run. Just plugging it into the cushion. The racing is super tight. I really enjoy it, and it's a lot more fun when you're in a group of guys that will race clean and hard, and I've had that in the majority of my races at Lucas. There's been a couple of them where guys run the middle of the racetrack there, and they're slow, and they get angry because you're plugging the top, and you're faster than them, and then they get in the way. And there's really only one line there until the track starts to slicken off, and then you can start running the bottom and the middle and start making way. I think I lied to you. I think this isn't the one that I run the bottom. Maybe I thought I ran the bottom more than I did. I don't know. Who the hell knows? We coming to the white. Yes, sir. But yeah, here comes Michelle. She's on the bottom digging. And I think that's when I realized that I was probably in a bad way if this race stayed. If there was more laps to this race, I think I was cooked. I think she had me. But yeah, it was a good race, like I said, for what it was, like the last one. But this is win number 2 in a row. I guess I wouldn't have put either one of these up if there wasn't like I going for a streak or anything like that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like and